It's Sunday morning, and every decent man and woman is listening to Test Miles with Nick Miles on FM News 101 KXL. Buckle in.
Well, it's a Sunday morning and time to talk about cars. You're listening to Test Miles on FM News 101 KXL, live from our downtown studios in Portland. Good Sunday morning to you. If you're a car guy, this is definitely the place to be. Lots of stuff going on the show this morning. We've got 4 great laps to talk about. On this morning's show, we'll be finding out about what cars we've been driving. Some really cool cars, actually. I have a whole bunch of them in my stable. Also been talking about, we're going to be talking about the brand new Kia Optima. We're going to have one of their product guys come in and tell us what's cool about the new Kia Optima and why they actually made a new one. And finally, something big is happening in Portland with Jaguar Land Rover. They have a tech center here where they are designing the car of the future. What will it look like? Will it actually have a coffee machine, a microwave? We'll find all about that from Matt Jones, who is the guy that's in charge of that tech center. So what have we been driving this week on the show? Well, I have to say that I've had a pretty good week. I came back from the airport yesterday, or on Friday, to find myself a nice Mercedes-Benz S600 Maybach. This is almost a limousine. It's sort of the stretch version of the S-Class. They are going to make a Pullman version of this car, which is it's just going to be out of this world. It has curtains on the inside, drapes, I guess you'd call them in America, and everything you need. Oh, this vehicle does have, the back seat is far more interesting than the front seat. Airline-style tables that fold out from the inside, champagne fridge, silver champagne goblets, cushions, massage seats, reclining seats, television screens, remote controls, headphones, and everything else you could possibly want to possibly live in the car. The only thing missing, shower and bathroom facilities.
I almost feel robbed sitting in the front of that with you.
Absolutely. It's all about the back.
Yeah, all about the back.
What's the bad side of this car? V12
not
engine.
To drive it?
Okay, not kidding. Not being able to own one at $190,000. The bad side of this car is a V12 engine. So I put my foot down and I watched the percentage of gas go down on the inside of the car. It was pretty disheartening. Rear-wheel drive, 523 horsepower, that 6-liter V12 engine, 20 miles per gallon is the best you get on the highway, 12 miles a gallon around the city. I think I'm probably getting closer to 6 miles a gallon out of this vehicle.
20 miles on the highway, was that like cruise control downhill?
Yes, with the wind behind you. What's its competition? Yeah, its competition is beach house, second home. That's what we're talking about as far as competition is concerned. It's been $190,000 starting price. $190,275, by the way. It is almost silent, though. Really beautifully put together, and this very nice blue interior lighting. Sort of at night, it looks great. The tech in this vehicle is absolutely outstanding. No gauges on the inside. No speedometer. Nothing. It's just 2 big screens up front. One for all your infotainment navigation and the other one for all of your vehicle controls. So what does that mean? Things like night vision are really easy to use in the car. Stick the night vision on. It looks really great.
That was cool. I like playing with that.
Yeah, see down the road in the night vision. Pillow soft everything. Massage this, that. But still no microwave and coffee maker, which, I think most Americans are going to need in a car at some point, at least. Really nice. What else have I been driving? Another impressive vehicle, but not quite as impressive as the Mercedes Maybach. Impressive vehicle in the Honda Pilot, five-door, 7-seater crossover, SUV. I'd call it a mid-size SUV. Flexible, roomy. They've done a great job with this vehicle. The last one, a little chunky, a little boxy. The new one, much better, much easier to drive. Still not a big fan of this push-button transmission thing. Find it hard. Acura Honda have gone to it. Nobody I know is a big fan of it. I'm sure I'll get used to it and I'll learn to live with it, but I have to look at it every time. And maybe it's because I'm only driving the vehicle for a week at a time, but I have to look at it to work out which button to press.
Yeah, don't you think that's about it? Because I feel like driving after a week, I start getting used to it, but it's like, it is hard to get used to as you just hop into the vehicle, especially if you need to make an emergency U-turn or something and have to back the car up. It's like trying to find that reverse button. kind of complicated.
Yeah, absolutely. It's quick changes are difficult. 3.5 liter V6, 280 horsepower, a 6-speed automatic transmission. Sorry, 6-speed auto transmission or a 9-speed auto, depending on what you want. Front wheel, all-wheel drive, 27 miles a gallon. A little bit better than the Maybach. 27 miles a gallon on the highway, combined of 23. What does it go up against? Explorer, Pathfinder, Highlander, Durango, Chevy Traverse, Kia Sorento. There's a bunch of cars in this class. In fact, we have a TV piece coming up. So the 5 best mid-size non-luxury SUVs in the class. Comes in 5 different trim levels. The LX, the EX, the EXL, the Touring, and the Elite. Kind of like the Elite version of this. When you start to look at it, Elite seems to be a lot more better. $29,995, very reasonable. I think that's a pretty good price. Probably about $35 by the time you've stocked it out to what you want. Sean, what have you been driving?
I've been driving the Mazda CX-5, and it's 5-passenger compact crossover. Comes in 2 different engine choices: 2-liter Skyactiv 4-cylinder and the 2.5-liter Skyactiv engine. It comes in a manual transmission, but only in the sport model if you'd like one. Other than that, you get a 6-speed automatic, front wheel, all-wheel drive. This car is actually really nice and fun to drive. Its competition is the Chevy Equinox, Ford Escape, Toyota RAV4, and the Honda CR-V. And I feel out of all of them, this is the best handling out of any of the, SUVs. Comes in 3 packages: the Sports, Touring, and Grand Touring. Has some great tech with their Mazda Connect, which basically is a larger screen with only 5 icons on it, so it's really easy to navigate.
Yeah, they did some tests over at Mazda that told them that nobody could intake more than 5 pieces of, I think it's 7 pieces of information at once, but they've got 5 icons, and then there's 2 other pieces of information on the screen.
It's easy once you get used to everything. It is a little different. Does take about couple minutes to get used to it versus other navigation systems, but once you do, it's easy to operate while you're driving. Starting cost for it is $21,795, and if you hit every checkbox, it's a little over $36,000.
That's not too bad. Still the best fuel economy of a compact crossover.
26 combined, yeah.
26 combined, like 35 in the manual 2-wheel drive, though, right?
I didn't really look into the manual 2-wheel drive. I'd like to actually.
You did look into the manual?
No.
I mean, first of all, this is an SUV that comes in a manual.
I know.
That's got to be the good part.
I do want to try the manual out someday, but I wonder if it'll ever come in the press fleet, is the thing.
I think they probably put a manual 2-wheel drive in the press fleet just because people who wanted to see the.
I think it'd be awesome to try it out, just see what it's like.
I'm getting old. This is the bad thing that happens is I used to be all about manual diesels, and for my whole family has, which is really weird for me, they have Discoveries in England, Land Rover Discoveries. They have the diesel manual versions. And to see my aunt change gear in a Land Rover Discovery really hurt my head because it didn't make any sense to me because I've never seen one before. So the whole family, like 4 members of the family all have these vehicles. I used to be all about the manuals, and it's great when you have open roads and you have long ways to go, but boy.
When you get in traffic, it is
on I-84
horrible.
with a manual, I actually physically get cramps in my right leg.
I'm the same way now. It's like I love manuals when you can go up into the mountains and there's nothing in front of you, but sitting on I-5, no.
I got to drive that Aston Martin DB10, the new James Bond car, last week, and it has a brake, the manual brake, handbrake, which is really great about it. And it's on the right-hand side. And I mentioned this to Matt Clark from Aston Martin. I said, it's the gear shifts. It's on the right-hand side instead of in the middle. He goes, yes, it's on the correct side. So I got told with that one. But I'm still, I'm starting to be like, automatic is much easier for me to drive. I mean, and true, you can get better fuel economy now in automatic. The systems can jump all over the manuals, and with especially companies like Subaru, they've got the automatics down so much so that their vehicles now, it's almost as fun to drive as the manual.
Well, it's not even that. I mean, the dual clutch in some of the cars are way better performance-wise than even the manual. So it's just so much technology that's gone into them.
All right, coming up on the show, we're going to talk to Derek Tai. He is a product manager from Kia. Derek will tell us all about the new Optima. My big question for Derek is why change it? It was an awesome car. I'm not sure why they had to do that. Also, Matt Jones is going to be in studio. He is heading up the tech center here in Portland for Jaguar Land Rover. Probably didn't know that Jaguar Land Rover's tech center was here, did you? Well, it's here. They're making the car of the future. We're going to find out about all the inside scoop. That's coming up on Test Miles, FM News 101 KXL. Good Sunday morning to you.
It's Test Miles on FM News 101.